They are still in the lobby.
Just admitting everybody now. Okay, perfect. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar session. Today, we're going to be talking about the Pathways to the Honors Bachelor of Commerce Marketing webinar. Today, my name is June Allison. I'm the Inbound Academic Pathways Coordinator in the Academic Pathways office here at Seneca, and I'll also be guiding you through today's session. And joining me today, we have Bassem Damaki, who is the Program Coordinator for the BMRK degree, who's going to also share some program insights and expertise throughout today's presentation.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, thank you. So just going over the agenda briefly and what we're going to cover today. First, we'll talk a bit about why you should consider a degree at Seneca Polytechnic. We'll talk about the BMRK degree in a bit more detail to determine why it might be right for you. We will then talk about the pathway into BMRK, talking a little bit further about the eligibility requirements, as well as course exemptions and time to completion. We'll cover an exciting scholarship opportunity that's available for diploma graduates pursuing a degree at Seneca. And of course, we'll talk about how one would apply for the pathway to the BMRK degree. And then at the end, we'll have time to take any questions that you might have. So during the presentation, if you think of questions, you can pop them in the chat, and then we'll make sure that we get to those questions at the end of the presentation. So first, let me tell you a little bit about the Seneca Polytechnic difference. Seneca's Polytechnic education is for all types of students, whether they're starting, advancing, or changing careers. We combine practical learning, industry connections, and flexible pathways to help every student succeed. So what does that look like in practice? Let's take a closer look at our degree programs. Our degrees at Seneca are career-focused and aligned with the labor market. Professors are industry professionals who bring real-world knowledge and connections into the classroom. Small class sizes mean personalized learning, and you're never just a number. Every Seneca degree program includes at least one mandatory work-integrated learning term, which gives you hands-on experience to add to your resume. And then, of course, our honors degree graduates are eligible to pursue master's programs. Our team hosts an annual grad studies expo that connects students with future opportunities to pursue graduate studies. So together, all of these features prepare you to succeed in the job market. So now that you've seen what makes Seneca unique, let's look at how we guide students along their education journey. So this is where the Academic Pathways Office comes in. An academic pathway is a formal agreement that allows you to complete a degree quicker using your existing Ontario College diploma. The Academic Pathways team offers a range of support to help students continue their education, including application guidance, virtual advisement appointments, information sessions, and pathway events. Seneca offers pathway opportunities into our own programs, as well as those at partner institutions beyond Seneca. As a #1 college in transfer pathways, we're proud to work with a wide network of partner institutions in the GTA, across Canada, and internationally. So before we hand things over to Bassem, who will dive into the BMRK program, I wanted to highlight our Newnham campus where this degree program is offered. Newnham is a major educational hub located at Finch Avenue East and Highway 404 in Toronto. I'm sure many of our attendees today are familiar with it. At this campus, you will find programs in business, hospitality, information technology, fashion, engineering, and more. The campus has undergone some major builds and enhancements over the last few years, and one of the biggest additions is the Center for Innovation, Technology, and Entrepreneurship, or SITE, as it's commonly called. There's an image of that building right here on the slide. It's got approximately 274,000 square feet of space over 5 stories, bringing together state-of-the-art technology with classroom space. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to pass it over to Bassem, who's going to provide some more details about the BMRK degree program.
Thank you, John, for the great introduction. Like John mentioned, this is Seneca started as a college, which differentiates as an institution from like universities in the way the programs are delivered and designed, and most importantly, the biggest difference between how programs are delivered in colleges versus universities is the number of the students per classroom. We have much smaller cohorts in every class, which allows for much higher level of interaction between the faculty and the student. For the BMRK specifically as a program, how it is different from other bachelor's or BCom degrees in marketing is it has focus on certain areas like curricular teams, and that includes analytics, most importantly. So in addition to management, in addition to marketing, our program is unique and differentiated from other marketing degrees out there, and focus and the depth and the richness in marketing analytics topics. So as you study our degree at Seneca Polytechnic, you will be exposed, you will be equipped with the latest topics, the latest theories, the latest tools in marketing analytics. And can you please, June, go to the next slide? Today, analytics is considered among the biggest skills in business and in many other areas. And this has been designed even before the AI boom, even before the new tools from AI. We have already been in a market where analytics were very important. But today, with AI, with automation and with so many tools becoming available to us in the management and in marketing space, we need to have decision makers in marketing who can understand what is going on, who can build a understanding of the customers, understanding of the competition. And this can only happen with a solid understanding and solid application of marketing analytics. So we are going to study numbers. I know sometimes some marketeers are not very excited about numbers. They prefer to think of marketing as more of a creative function. And this was actually true, but this was true before the year 2000, where marketing was mostly a communication function and advertising function. Brands that are exciting, product placement in movies, advertising, celebrity endorsements. But today, marketing is much more than that. Marketing is about analytics. And that's why in this program, we have decided to cover all the areas of marketing analytics within the program. June, can you please go to the next slide? Some of our, and this is another advantage of our program, our faculty, all of them, like the majority of them, are also teaching in major or have taught before in big universities. Dr. Ken Wong, he is actually the professor who first developed and was part of the team who developed the BCom of Marketing program. He is still a faculty. He is still a professor. He's an award-winning professor. He's an author. He has recently, just this earlier, like last year, he published a book on artificial intelligence and marketing. Dr. Reed Kerr, he used to be our program coordinator before, and many other professors. They have excellent portfolio. They have excellent experience. And majority of our professors, as you can see from the title, are doctors and have the same qualifications of any professor at any university in Canada. Can you go please to the next slide? Some of our students, I always like to share testimonials from my graduates. Adil, he has graduated 2 years ago. He's doing his master's degree at McMaster University in Hamilton. Marina, haven't been in touch with her for some time, but last time I checked, she was working in marketing in a good position. Hafsa is she started, and in our program we have a will project. So when she was in our program, she did her will project as a manager at Amazon. And after she completed the program, she became a full-time manager at Amazon until today. So we have great success stories from our graduates. Most of them completed the program because they have immediate or future plans to complete an MBA degree. And again, I know you are now considering doing a BCom, so I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but maybe, and I would always advise that if you want to get a good career in marketing, and if you are in the market, you would understand the amount of competition, and you would have heard probably from many places about how the marketing jobs are becoming very competitive. And to overcome or to win this competition, more and higher credentials are becoming required. Employers today, from many reports, have agreed that the future is going to be higher demand of higher credentials. So today, you might get a job in diploma, but this job will be only in marketing assistant, in marketing, maybe content creation, maybe social media, community management. But if you want to think about a senior position or decision-making position or director or VP of marketing for small, not small, medium, or even small, like for a senior position in a small company, or like mid-level position in a mid-sized company or large company, or executive position in a mid-sized or large company, nothing is shorter of an MBA. So you should have it in your plan, maybe now or later, to complete an MBA in marketing. And to complete an MBA in marketing in Canada and most of the universities in North America, you need to have a BCom degree, Honors Bachelors of Commerce. This is the program that we offer, and our program is being very well received and very well received from universities around North America. And this will be your pathway to your future degree if you uh, plan to complete one. Can you please go to the next slide?
Yep. The next slide is actually where I take over. But thank
Oh,
you.
okay. Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it's all me now. Thank you so much,
Thank
Bassem. That
you.
was
Thank
some
you.
really good insight and really important information too about considering further studies.
Sure.
Once a Bachelor of Commerce is obtained, it's really good information. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about an important support that we highlight here. That would be the financial assistance that's available to students continuing from a diploma into a degree program at Seneca. So we offer a particular scholarship. It's called the Diploma to Degree Scholarship. It's a one-time award of $2,500 for graduates of a Canadian diploma program entering a Seneca degree with a minimum incoming GPA of 75% or a 3.3. This award is open to both domestic and international students who have completed a Canadian diploma program, and it is open regardless of pathway eligibility as well. Eligible students can apply for this scholarship through their student home once they're enrolled in the degree full-time. If you've got any questions about this particular scholarship, the application process, or if you'd like to actually explore other awards and bursary options that might be available to you, we encourage you to visit the Financial Aid Office website where you can find all of these resources. So now let's talk a little bit about the pathway. So graduates of a 3-year business administration marketing advanced diploma who complete their program with a GPA of 70% or 3.0 are eligible to enter semester 5 of the BMRK degree in fall 2026. Students will receive a block of 25 credits and will complete another 4 academic semesters, plus their work integrated learning term to graduate. I just wanted to highlight that the BMRK degree has been discontinued. So the final intake for this pathway from BAM is fall 2026. There are plans to introduce a new 4-year program where you can specialize in marketing at Seneca as well. And there will be pathways into that program as well. It is currently undergoing an approval process with the ministry. So we don't have finalized details on that just yet. So once these approvals come through and our team is notified and there are pathways that we can start offering into that updated program, we will definitely be promoting that in our inbound transfer guide, which I'll talk about a little bit later. You can find that transfer guide on the Academic Pathways webpage. So I just wanted to really highlight this is for students who are going to be finished their 3-year business admin marketing advanced diploma at least by the end of August so that you can transition through the pathway this fall 2026. So keep that in mind. I just wanted to talk a little bit too about the work term and the prior learning assessment and recognition process. This is something that has recently opened up to students who maybe have prior or current work experience in their field of study that they think might be able to be recognized to fulfill the work integrated learning term requirement of a degree at Seneca. So if you're in this situation, perhaps you have some work experience that you would like to apply or to submit a PLAR application, you can do so through the TC and PLAR office at least one semester before you're scheduled to take WTP 200, which is a work term preparation class that you take the semester before you go out on your work term. We've got a QR code here on this slide too that will take you to the PLAR webpage where you'll find information about how to submit a PLAR application. And there's also information about specifically submitting a PLAR application for, the will term and the work term preparation course. So definitely check that out. If you read that information and you've got some questions that you need clarified, I would definitely recommend reaching out to the TC and PLAR office. You can send an email through the service hub that will get directed to their team directly, and they will be able to assist you with any questions you might have about the PLAR application process at Seneca. So if you're ready to apply or take the next step toward the BMRK degree, here's what the application process looks like. If you're a current Seneca student or a graduate, the application process is straightforward. You have the option to either apply online through your student home account, or you can complete and submit the Diploma to Seneca Degree Pathways Transfer Form, which is a PDF form, by email to the Service Hub. There's no fee to apply as a Seneca student, and you're not required to submit your official Seneca transcript. If you've already graduated from the Business and Marketing Advanced Diploma and you're you meet the pathway requirements, you would be given an offer of admission. However, if you're currently in the BAM program, whether that be at Seneca or another institution, you can submit your application. We would recommend you do it probably in your final semester at the beginning for a conditional offer. The conditions being that by the time you're due to start the degree in the fall, you will have graduated from your advanced diploma and maintain the required GPA of a 3.0. If you're a student coming from another Ontario college and you are completing or have completed a 3-year business admin marketing advanced diploma, you would apply in one of two ways. If you're a domestic applicant, Canadian applicant, you would apply through ontariocolleges.ca, which is also known as OCAS. When completing your application, it's important to select degree completion as your entry semester for the program when you apply. That lets our admissions team know that you are applying for the BMRK degree, but you're hoping to be considered for the pathway from the 3-year advanced diploma. If you're an international applicant, you would apply through Seneca's international online application, which is available on the International Admissions webpage. After submitting your application, follow up with the admissions team through the Service Hub to confirm your pathway eligibility. So for both domestic and international applicants who have completed or are completing a 3-year business admin marketing advanced diploma at another Ontario college, you will have to submit your official transcript as part of the application process. We often get asked about deadlines. There's not really a hard deadline to apply for a program at Seneca because applications would still be considered as long as there's still space in the program, but you would only be able to apply and be admitted up until 4 days after classes start. However, it's always best to apply as early as possible if you're a current student, at least in your final semester of your advanced diploma. But we do understand sometimes there are last minute decisions that happen. So, you do have some time to apply, but it's always better to do it early so that you can ensure there's still space and that you can secure your spot in the program. So students are encouraged to review the inbound transfer guide. I talked a little bit about that a couple slides ago, which can be found on the Academic Pathways webpage, or we've got a QR code here on the screen that will take you directly to the guide. This is where you'll be able to see the details that we've discussed today for the pathway from the Business and Marketing Advanced Diploma into Semester 5 of BMRK. The guide also includes a couple of really important documents, PDF documents that are hyperlinked within the pathway details. One is called a block map and the other a completion plan. So the block map essentially shows you the full curriculum for the BMRK degree, and all the courses that are highlighted in yellow on that plan are the courses that you would receive exemption from as a graduate of a Business Admin Marketing Advanced Diploma. The other PDF, the completion plan, takes the remaining courses in the work term and it puts them into a semester by semester plan that you can follow. Just because degree courses are often not available every semester, so it really takes the guesswork out for you of trying to figure out what courses am I supposed to take each term so that I'm finishing this program as quickly as possible and then I'm on track to graduate as quickly as possible as well. So that's where you'll find that information. So if you do begin the BMRK degree through the pathway this fall, definitely check that out so that you have that plan on hand and you know exactly what courses you need to apply for or enroll in, each semester. The second QR code takes you to our appointment booking system. So our team does 30-minute virtual advising with students every week. I think like 4 out of 5 days we do appointments all day. So you can go there, make an appointment, an account. And once you've made your account using either your Seneca email or any email you want, you'll be able to see our availability and hopefully something works out with your schedule and you can connect with us and we can chat further about your pathway options in more detail one-on-one. So that wraps up the key information about the pathway into BMRK, the degree program itself, and the supports available to help you succeed. If you've got questions about the pathway details or application process after this session, like I said, you can reach out to our team and make an appointment. Otherwise, if you just had a quick question, didn't want to wait for an appointment, you can just reach out by email. We're very quick at responding, probably within a day or two. Alternatively, you can give us a call and ask your questions over the phone, and we'd be happy to help. We've got our social media handle there as well for Instagram and X, where you can keep up to date with new pathways and pathway events that become available. If you've got specific program questions about the BMRK degree, we would suggest connecting directly with the program area. We've got Basim's contact provided here on this slide. So with that, I think we're going to open the floor for questions now. So if there's anything anybody wants clarified, or if there's something we didn't cover that you have a question, pop it in the chat and we can get to those questions. I can also scroll back to previous slides if you wanted to see them again. That's not a problem. Just let me know. So it looks like we got one question coming in. Someone's typing away. I should mention too, while we're waiting for questions, that we are recording this session as well. So if you missed anything or if you want to watch it again, we will be making all the recordings from all of these sessions this week available on the event page, probably maybe about a week from now, but we're also going to be sending out an email to students to let them know when they're available so that you can go back and watch this session again, or if there's any other session that you wanted to see again. Okay, so question, can you please tell me more about the scholarship, how to apply for it, and is it 100% of getting it if you're eligible by GPA? So let me just pop back to that particular slide. Yes, so this is a really great scholarship option for pathway students because it's kind of like you're getting a good chunk of money for the time that you're here, because you're only here for basically like half the program. So if you graduate from your diploma program with a 3.3 GPA or higher, the GPA requirement for the scholarship is a little bit higher than the GPA required for the pathway to the degree. You would be eligible. So you have to apply once you're enrolled in a Seneca degree full time. So you would do it through your student home account. I can pull up a really helpful sort of cheat sheet that's on the Office of the Registrar's webpage about how to apply for bursaries and awards. It's kind of a long link, so bear with me when I put this in here. There's a YouTube little video on this page, if you scroll down, that talks about how you would apply through your student home account for a scholarship. And then as well, the steps are also listed underneath the video. So if you meet the GPA requirement and you apply within the first 10 days of classes too, that is the deadline. Yeah, I mean, you will get it. There's not like a competition for it. So as long as you meet the requirements, the GPA, and you've graduated from a Canadian diploma and you're pursuing a Seneca degree full time, then you will get it. So hopefully that helped answer your question. There might be other bursaries and awards too. Like if you don't meet that GPA, I would definitely, like I said, I would definitely take a look at the financial aid office webpage for other awards and bursary options that are available that wouldn't necessarily be based on a particular GPA. There could be other eligibility requirements. So there's definitely other things you can take a look at and apply for. And yes, it is a one-time scholarship. So like I said, once you're enrolled in a Seneca degree full-time, that's when you would apply through your student home, and you have the deadline to apply would be day 10 of classes for that particular term. Did you just want to talk maybe a little bit, Bassem, quickly about how this program is delivered? Like, are the courses that a pathway student would have left to take from semesters 5 on, are they offered in like a hybrid format, a mixture? What
So
kind of?
we offer a variety of delivery modes. However, some of the courses are in person. So we do have online option, we do have flex option where the faculty would be in the classroom and you have the option to choose whether to attend in person or online. And there are some courses, especially courses which require in-class working or training or participation. These courses are in person at Newnham campus.
Okay,
Uh,
perfect.
yeah,
Perfect. Thank you.
no problem.
Once I graduate in January, would I enroll in the bachelor? So Florence, maybe you didn't catch this part, but at this time, the last intake for this pathway to this degree is this fall 2026. The program has been discontinued, so it's currently they're rolling out the courses. So the last intake to start through this pathway, you have to have graduated at least by the end of this August to be able to pathway in this fall. But like I did say too, there are plans to introduce a new BCom degree that you can do a marketing specialization, and there will be pathways into that program as well, probably also from the business and marketing advanced diploma. Right now, that degree is just undergoing the approval process with the ministry. So once the college has those approvals and it's available to run, and our team receives the information about what those pathways into that degree will be and when they're available for students to start, we will be including that information in our inbound transfer guide as well. So for this particular pathway to the business or the BMRK degree, the last intake, unfortunately, right now is fall 2026. So Yulia, you can check the inbound transfer guide. You know what I'll do in the chat box is I'm just going to put the link right to the pathway details for this particular pathway so that you can see what courses you would receive credit for and then what courses you would have to complete. So when you go to that link, you'll see all the details that we talked about today, the eligibility requirements, how long it will take you to finish, information on how to apply, how many courses you get credit for versus how many you would have to take. And then there are a couple of PDF documents toward the top that are hyperlinked in red. One is called a block map. So that is going to show you exactly which courses you're going to receive credit for based on your incoming business administration marketing advanced diploma. All the courses that are highlighted in yellow. The other PDF, the completion plan, those are the courses that you will have to complete in addition to your work integrated learning term. So that's going to give you the order of course completion each term. So it'll tell you which courses you'll take on your entry semester right up until semester 8. So that is what if you do start this degree through the pathway this fall, this completion plan is what you're going to want to follow because they are rolling out the courses. So you want to make sure that you're on track to graduate after your 8th semester. So definitely take a look at those documents because that will help answer those questions for you. You might be able to take more courses in the summer, like loading up LSOs, but keep in mind if you're an international student or if you're a student that's on OSAP, you need to be in a full-time course load each semester. So if you're moving courses around, that means that you might be putting yourself in a partial course load in a future term. And you don't want to do that if you're an international student here on a study permit, or if you're relying on OSAP and you need to be in a full course load. So if that's the case, you need to follow this plan exactly as it's laid out. And keep in mind too that some of the core courses on the completion plan, they're only offered at certain times of the year. So sometimes they might only be offered in fall or they might only be available in winter. And then of course there's things like prerequisites to keep in mind too. So this is why this plan is sort of your quickest path to completion while maintaining a full course load. So Yulia, again, definitely take a look at the completion plan because that will provide you with the full course load each term because those are the courses that you're going to be taking. So you're kind of in a bit of a non-standard semester or timetable, I should say. You're getting enough credit that puts you in semester 5, but there are some reach back courses that you have to take from semesters 1 through 4. Those are the courses that are in blue. So those are also placed in the completion plan. It is a full course load each term by following that completion plan. The general education courses, you get credit for one liberal studies course, which is basically like a degree level general education course, but there are several that you do have to complete. You have to complete 3 liberal studies options, and those are also sprinkled throughout the completion plan. You'll be able to see where those are placed by following that plan. So I think with that, we'll probably wrap up for today. If, like I said, if anybody has any additional questions for our team, anything you want clarified, please make an appointment with us. We don't have appointments available this week because our team is very busy with all of these sessions every day this week, but we do have appointments already open for next week. I'll put a link to the appointment booking system in the chat again. So definitely make an appointment. If there is an appointment that works for you, again, you can always reach out to us by phone, or you can send us a quick email. We'll probably get back to you within a day or two. We're very quick at responding. I want to thank everybody for attending and for asking some really great questions. Thank you, Boston, for taking the time to provide more information
Thank
about the
you.
marketing degree. We appreciate your time always. I hope everybody
Thank
has a
you.
great rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great week. Bye.
Thanks, you too.